I bet you were one of the motherfuckers back in 2023 when the whole entire industry of SMMA was blowing up. Iman Gadzhi was making all of these fancy events and we were like, wow, I need to try that. I need to do some SMMA. I want to become a business owner. I want to make 10k per month. Hell yeah. But truth to be told, most of us didn't really make it. And even if we managed to land a couple of clients, fulfillment was a terrible experience, and all that ended up happening is immense amount of burnout. And so now we have a different narrative. We have AI agencies, AI automation agencies, which are not necessarily the same thing, but we have to realize that it's almost the same. We just had a narrative shift, okay? Back in 2023, SMMA was like, oh yeah, free money, LOL. And we can even see this in the Google Trends chart. Look at this, 2023. Iman was doing those crazy events. All of us were hooked. We wanted to create our own agencies. But what happened exactly? Because we are not where we want to be, are we? I had experiences with multiple clients. I made some money. But ultimately what ended up happening is burnout. And I'm guessing it happened to you as well. But now we have 2025. Oh yeah, it's not social media marketing agency, it's an AI agency, it's an AI automation agency. So it's like free money 2.0, yay, still LOL. Because the thing is, look at this graph. Look at this interest over AI. It's such an interesting narrative if you think about it. AI, artificial intelligence, it can do stuff without me that previously required manual efforts and manual inputs. Now it can do all of that without me. Free money, let's go. We can compare these two. AI agencies is still picking up. It's like 1/5 of the golden era of SMMA, but it's happening. It's happening, so we are still early on this. And we can use this information arbitrage to come to different conclusions. Because I'm going to talk about how you can actually use AI to enhance your workflow instead of doing all of this shitty, oh yes, free money, I just need to run an agency, I need to fulfill these clients and AI can do all of this stuff. No, that is the wrong mindset. Because the fundamentals between SMMA and an AI agency didn't change at all. Businesses are still facing the same exact problems, and what you need to do is overcome those problems, overcome those recurring problems, and you can use AI to make that happen. But they really don't care about AI. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that AI is a narrative, but it's not the ultimate solution. It just enhances your workflow. Because, look, the reason why SMMA didn't work out the way we anticipated it to work out is because we were lacking business fundamentals, which led to what? Small percentage of closing clients. And then even if we manage to close clients, right? Even if we manage to get that juicy upfront, even a smaller percentage of the people managed to fulfill those clients. So what ultimately ended up happening was absolute burnout, which meant we went back to being broke. All these patterns repeated themselves down to the T. The reason why we are in this moment, and it's not just you, it's me as well. I've been overthinking, I've been overdoing mirror boards, I've been just consumed with a bunch of this stuff because it's the neglect of fundamentals that led to this position. And so where we are at right now is just a conclusion of all of the choices that we made, right? So if we want to overcome this, if we want to break this cycle, if we need to iterate on all of this bullshit that we did, and everything starts with business fundamentals. Because look, SMMA has this, is the same freaking playbook at an AI agency, is the same stuff. you don't know the business fundamentals, you are going to have a low success rate of closing clients. Then you will have an even smaller percentage of fulfilling, because AI is a bit more complicated to utilize to its fullest potential than simply doing a scheduling work for a social media marketing agency client, right? And so that complexity will bring even more burnout. You will still be broke, and all of these patterns will just repeat themselves. So we need to overcome this. The whole big promise of these online business models is to make 10K per month to get time, financial, and location freedom. But here's the catch. Whether it's an SMMA or whether it's an AI automation agency, it's the same shit, just in a different toilet. This might seem funny, but it's actually so fucked up if you think about it. Like, it's the same, it's completely the same thing. So what's the real problem that we need to solve for? What are the real skills that we need to acquire in order to overcome all of this bullshit, right? It is that businesses always used to and always have problems, and these problems are most likely recurring, right? So we need to solve for this, the recurring problems. And where do these come from? These problems come from a lack of systems and bunch of inefficiencies within those businesses and personal brands. Now, systems are not necessarily automations. I'm not talking about automations or AI here. All I'm talking about is business fundamentals, that fundamentally every business has problems, and these problems are most likely recurring. So your job as a service provider or an agency or whoever the fuck you are is to solve for these inefficiencies and solve for the lack of systems which are not scalable. Now comes the fun part to the role of AI, because AI can help you in this. The role of AI is efficient service or task delivery by enhancing all of these workflows where the inefficiencies lie and creating systems that are scalable. If we take a look at these examples, AI can help you with copywriting, asset creation, and management. These are all areas within businesses, within personal brands, which have bunch of inefficiencies. And so if you manage to find a way to save time for those business owners or to make more money with more efficient systems, they are going to pay you. And so I listed a couple of these examples for these systems, workflow enhancements. For management, we got conversion mechanisms, fulfillment, outreach, customer supports. We've got so many AI tools that you can simply go ahead, find out the exact inefficiencies within a single person's personal brand, and use multiple different tools to fix them. They are paying you for the trouble of going through finding the solutions. Next up, we have asset creation. Every business needs content assets. That's the core foundation of their marketing, of how they are getting traffic and traction. Because without that, they can't convert. And without conversion, there's no cash flow. And so how do they communicate to these people? They communicate via copywriting. And these can be long form posts like YouTube videos, X-Threads, or short form posts on Instagram. TikTok is banned currently, we don't really give a fuck. But then we also have email sequences for better conversions and VSLs. And now this is where AI comes into play. Because AI is supposed to be a backend supercharger for all of these. It's not a problem solver. You are the one who solves the problems. And you can use AI to supercharge your workflow. So how do you solve for the real problem? We know that these are the real problems. What you can do in your offer when you come up with an offer is combine done with you services with done for you services. In order to solve for these inefficiencies, you need to conduct research on the given creator business agency. You need to give them consulting. And so this can be charged at $1,000 per month on the low end. And you offer 4 45-minute sessions where you give them advice, where you realize all of these inefficiencies, and you come up with a solid foundational plan on how to solve them. Once you got the inefficiencies, you can upsell the implementation for this. This is done for you. You can charge $2,000 to $3,000 per month for an implementation. And this can be something like a 12-week program. Because at a certain point, they will most likely run out of the inefficiencies and the systems because you managed to solve them. So after like 3 months, they probably don't want to pay you $2,000 to $3,000 because the inefficiencies will be so small if you did your work right until the 12 weeks, until the end of the 12 weeks, that they don't need to pay you more because the fulfillment was completed. At this point, all you need to worry about is maintaining those systems and offering multiple sessions if they run into any trouble. With this approach, combining done with you with done for you, you can charge accordingly anything really. Yes, you can ride the AI narrative way, but truly this is the sauce. This is what you're gonna do. If you want to make it, solve for inefficiencies, either with consulting, either with solving them directly, or both. Now, everyone can benefit from these solutions, right? So the target audiences for AI agencies are freelancers, service providers, agency owners and founders, personal brands and creators. Like, you don't have to stuff yourself into a box of niches. Because whether you conduct outreach, whether you try YouTube organic as a funnel, you are not bound to any kind of niche, because every niche has inefficiencies. You can just figure it out down the way. The only purpose of AI is to help you fix these inefficiencies. Your success depends on your positioning rather than the agency model that you choose. That's why I said it's the same shit, but it's just in a different toilet. These things are the same because the business fundamentals are not changing. So if you want to make a change in your life and you want to make it in 2025, you need to lock in for the business fundamentals. You need to solve for those problems. Yes, you can use AI to supercharge your work, but it's ultimately completely up to you whether you make it or not.